On the 16th of February 2012, the Australian 7 Network released the second episode of the third series of their relatively new TV show, Highway Patrol. The episode in question was titled Drunk Parking, and unbeknownst to them at the time, it would go on to change the trajectory of the universe and become ingrained into Australian culture as possibly the greatest moment in all of Australia's history. Now obviously in this video, we will be revisiting this great historic event. So as per usual, it's time for me to stop the waffle and jump into the Australian DeLorean and head back in time to what I assume was sometime in late 2011 on that fateful night in a shopping centre car park roughly an hour southeast of the city of Melbourne, Australia. So first up, for all the Patrick stars out there who have been living under a rock or simply just forgotten how it happened over the years, I'll do a quick recap on the story so that you guys are up to date. It all started with 2 phone calls after 10 PM at night. The first one that someone was doing burnouts in the car park, and the second that someone in a vehicle that matched the description of the car that was doing the burnouts had stacked it and gotten stuck on the curb. Now obviously it didn't take long for Senior Constable Ash Bowden to find the culprit, and as soon as he hopped out of the police car and walked up to the man in the crashed Mitsubishi Lancer, Australian history was made.
I'm just waiting for a mate.
Is that why your car's all smashed up and you're up on the grass at the moment, or what?
Yeah. I'm just waiting for a mate. He's gone in there.
Now despite putting on an Oscar-worthy acting performance, the man who at this point we still didn't know the name of was not fooling Senior Constable Ash Bowden.
Who's your mate?
Hey?
Who's your mate?
James.
Yeah?
In there.
James who?
Huh?
How'd you get down here?
Does it matter?
It kind of does, mate, because you've just been involved in an accident.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
Have I?
And while still trying to convince him that he wasn't the one driving and was simply just waiting for a mate called James who was in the shop, he attempted to plead the fifth.
Can I see your licence, please?
No.
No?
No.
No? Been drinking tonight?
No.
I can smell it on you.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Well, I'm not driving.
And after blessing us with a few of the greatest one-liners in modern history, such as,
What kind of accident?
One with a curb, mate, and your whole car's smashed up.
One with the curb.
and
Been drinking tonight?
No.
I can smell it on you.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Well, I'm not driving.
and
I need you to make a definitive decision.
Definitive. Can you define that?
and a few minutes later he was plucked from his car with a footwell full of wild turkey and placed under arrest. And after this whole debacle and while he was under arrest, we found out that his name was actually Clinton.
Clinton, shut up and listen to me. It's quite serious.
But not before he tried to tell the police officer that his name was James, coincidentally the same name as the mate he was allegedly waiting for.
Well, what's your name? Let's start with that.
James.
Now after a little bit more digging, they found out that he actually was drink driving, but he'd also lost his license about 12 months earlier for drink driving. Now in the end he was taken back to the police station where, surprise surprise, he blew 4 times the legal limit and got himself a date with the magistrate. And that's pretty much the full story. I'll leave the full video in the description of this video if you guys want to watch it for yourself. Now this video ended up going viral after being uploaded all over the internet pretty much as soon as it aired, and over the years it's been seen millions and millions of times. There's been news articles about it, people have reacted to the video countless times, there's been a boatload of merchandise, and Clinton himself has even been spotted here and there. But what I haven't seen yet is somebody make the pilgrimage to the location where it all took place and pay their respects to the man who created one of the greatest moments in all of Australia's history. But luckily for you guys, I know just the man for the job, and his name is yours truly. So in this video, I'll be heading down to Carrum Downs to check it out in the most biblically accurate way as possible. Unfortunately for you guys, I didn't have a Lancer on hand to complete this journey in, but what I do have is a car that's much better cut out for this sort of thing, until it wasn't. But for now, all I ask of you is to sit back and enjoy the show, because I'm on a mission from God. Let's get into it.
Think about me every night. Oh, is it that sweet? I guess so. Say you can't sleep, baby. I know that's that me espresso. Move it up, down, left, right. Oh, switch it up like Nintendo. Say you can't sleep, baby. I know that's that me espresso.
Alright boys, we're here in Carrum Downs. We're about 10 minutes away from the scene of the crime, but we can't just turn up there empty-handed. So what we're going to do first is head into Dan Murphy's and collect ourselves a 10-pack of wild turkey, just like the prophecy foretold. But before we go to Dan Murphy's, look at this. Look how many of you guys aren't subscribed. If all of you guys that aren't subscribed, press that subscribe button right now, I'd be at like 50 million subscribers if my calculations are correct. So make sure to click that subscribe button, and if you don't, you're not invited to my birthday party. It's as simple as that.
Think about me every night. Oh, is it that sweet? I guess so.
Dan Murphy's doesn't look very open, which doesn't make much sense to me because the clock says it's 7:45. Maybe it needs a little bit of adjusting. Anyway, luckily, I know a special little trick. All right, because we're doing this as biblically accurate as possible, it is past 10 o'clock, which means Dan Murphy's is shut. Fortunately for us, that's not an issue for me because I got a special trick. All this trick requires is a pair of bolt cutters, a strong kick, and a good attitude. Now, unfortunately, due to the nature of this trick, I can't film it and put it on YouTube, but I've told you what you need to perform it, and I'm sure you can put the dots together. Alright, now that we've got the perfect car for this mission and the footwell full of wild turkey, it's time for us to head to Carrum Downs Coles and pay our respects to the man Clinton. Alright guys, we're just pulling into the shopping centre where it all took place. On the left here we got Carrum Downs. I don't know how good the lighting is, probably not that good. But if you look over here, that's the Shell. Here's the Coles. This is the place where history was made. I'm not a local here, I'm not a Carrum Downie, but we're here. I think this is the Carrum Downs Central or Carrum Downs Plaza, I don't know. But unfortunately, the car park is a lot bigger than I was anticipating in real life. I guess we're gonna find out a way to figure out where exactly this took place. And thankfully for you guys, I've brought a quality piece of equipment with me. Some of you may remember it, the PERV unit, which stands for Performance Electronic Reconnaissance Vehicle. So we'll pop that out and see if we can find it from the heavens. Ooh. Oh, that's upside down. Look at this. Mint condition after its incident with the tree in Tittybong. How the f are we gonna get that out? They don't build them like they used to. Get this jet going. Oh, chill. It's biting me, bro. It's not happy after the crash into the tree. Now, as you can see from this POV footage, the PERV unit was just as useless as it was in Tittybong. So we decided to land it, toss it back in the back seat, get back in the car and do some more research and run the numbers. And after about 5 minutes, it finally clicked. The answer was right in front of us, or should I say, right around the corner, the entire time. I think I got it. Always remember to put on your seatbelt and your headlights. Alright, so it turns out there's a few car parks in that one car park, and the car park where it happened is like near the Coles where they get their deliveries, sort of like the back end of the Coles. So we got a little bit lost, but we're heading back there now. I found the exact spot where it happened and I can prove it, so I'll see you when we get there. This is the spot right here. We're literally right here where it happened. I don't know how good the camera's picking up in this lighting, but we'll get out and give you a quick look at it. But this is exactly where Clinton was when he stacked his car into the curb. All right, boys, this is it. This is actually the spot where it happened. So if you look over here, this bit of curb right here is exactly where Clinton's car was. This is the footpath that he walked down when the cops made him get out of the car. So he walked down here. If you come over here, this footpath here, this footpath here is exactly where that cop car was, where the big arrest happened. So what he would have done in the mighty Lancer, he would have come down this street at, 1 billion kilometers an hour, and he would have tried to make this left-hand turn into here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a sign for Liquor Land, so that's obviously where he got the wild turkeys from. But he's come here 1,000,000 k's an hour, he's missed the turn and gone straight through this garden bed and beached it here. So there you go. Well, I came here with my AU Falcon and my footwell full of wild turkey. It's time for me to pay my respects to Clinton himself. This is exactly what Clinton had in his footwell, a 10-pack of wild turkey. So we'll crack this open and pay our respects. Wow. 6.5%, 1.9 standard drinks. So it makes sense why he blew 4 times the legal limit. Alright, so we'll just pour this out where it happened to pay respects to Clinton. Ooh. Oh, fuck. Oh. This is about as biblically accurate as it gets, but I'm not drink driving and I haven't crashed.
Definitive. Can you define that?
Alright boys, in all seriousness, we've come to this majestic location. A true piece of Australian history was created here, right next to the Liquorland and the Coles. One day, if I've got enough money, I intend to build a shrine here to commemorate this iconic location in Australia's history, possibly the greatest moment in Australia's history. Right next to the Liquorland, Carrum Coles, there's a Shell over there. Like, what else could you need? Yeah, I'm just getting a bit emotional. In all seriousness, Clinton, I hope you're doing well. I hope you get your license back. As much as we love to laugh at this moment in Australian history and look back at it in under a good light, Clinton was drink driving. He's in the wrong, but he made a good TV show, so we can excuse it a little bit, but at the end of the day, I'm sure he's learned his lesson, and I hope he's taught you guys a lesson as well. I mean, what now, bro? This is just a car park in Carrum Downs. There's not really that much to it. I've got an idea. I've thought of a great way to give back to the community in Clinton's name, so let's go. Now unfortunately, this was a lot easier said than done, because just a few kilometers down the road as we headed back to our final destination, my eBay high flow fuel pump decided to completely and utterly shit itself. This started a chain of events which started with blown fuses and resulted in a completely burnt out fuel pump, which left the car bricked on the side of the road. Now at this point it was 1:30 AM and I couldn't just really leave the car here because it was sort of still in the lane. So we had to jump in the other car and head back to the cameraman's house, and then swap that car out for the tow rig and headed to the only BP that was open and had a trailer for hire at 2:30 AM on a Monday morning. Then we headed back down the freeway once again to where the car was stranded and begun the process of getting the beast on the trailer. Now while the AU was stuck on the side of the road and in a ditch, meaning that we couldn't push it, luckily for us, all the way back in 1998, Ford decided to add a brand new hybrid system to all their cars, called the starter motor. So with the car in first gear and cranking that starter motor, not only were we saving the lives of millions of polar bears and the ozone layer, down the road we go. We got the car in the trailer and back to civilization. And after that fucking debacle, we finally managed to get to our final destination, where we could finally complete our mission from God. Well, that took a lot longer than I expected. As you can see, we're here at my favourite place, work. I got my 10-pack of wild turkeys. I'm going to donate some to the cause, but not all of them, because I've lost a lot of money tonight. I need a new fuel pump. I had to spend $150 on a trailer, and it is currently, what time is it? 4:30 AM. Me and the cameraman met up to film this video at 7 PM. So that's what, 9.5 hours to film a video that we thought would take like 2, because we only live half an hour away from Carrum Downs, but when you spend 4 hours fucking around with cars getting stuck and shit, it's how it works. So here we go. You know what they say? 3 is the magic number. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And you may even get a can of wild turkey on me. It's 5 AM, I'm ruined. I'm going home and straight to bed. I'll see you guys in the next one. That's it.